Good.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Just got done meditating, showering, got off work.
Okay.
Just want to come on live for literally an hour,
Good.
hour 15.
Right.
If niggas want
Yeah.
to come on by the time I'm leaving, I'm just like, nah, sorry. But I do
Who's
want
that?
to talk about. You said what?
Who's that?
You said what? Who's
No, I
who?
said who's that? Who wanted to come on? You said.
Oh no, I'm just
You
saying
said
if
somebody wanted to
anybody
come
in
on.
general. I said if anybody in general want to come on by the time I'm about to leave, I'm like, nah, I can't.
Right. Okay.
But I do want to talk about a few things.
Uh
I
huh.
want to talk about this Jonathan Majors thing, this Ebony magazine that everyone's up in arms about. I want to talk about
Oh, the cover.
Rihanna and ASAP.
You got to stop that, man.
I want to talk about Rihanna and
Yeah.
ASAP Rocky, that magazine shoot. I want to talk about my thoughts on the whole Willie D and Scarface
Oh boy.
situation. Some things I just want to get off my chest. Just want to get some shit off my
Again,
chest.
like
You
that's
said what?
so. It's what they want the Grammys to do. Do it over. What do you want the Grammys to do? Do it over. It's already done.
Exactly.
I don't
Because,
get it. Like you crying over. You're crying over.
you said what?
I said they. This is what the Southerners do. They cry with spilt milk. Like the Grammys are not gonna do it over because Willie D was in his feelings. You know,
Yeah, man.
Scarface
Because
represents the. As far as I'm concerned, Scarface represents the ghetto boys, and that's why they called him.
I'm seeing a lot of people talking about this like on social media. Cause I saw
Hmm.
the interview with Willie and Scarface.
Right.
I saw both points. I saw both points. And here's my thing. When it comes to like the whole ghetto boys, right? The first
Hmm.
motherfucker you think of is obviously Scarface. Let's go be
Exactly.
real. Willie D, don't get me wrong. I'm not taking anything away from Willie D, Bushwick Bill, or even Big Mike and stuff like that. Because Big Mike don't get his just due and stuff like that.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But Scarface was just when it comes to like the mainstream, it was just like he was more accessible because Willie D, he still like he was mostly just up in his ways and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Hmm.
I mean, he didn't have as much big success as Scarface. Let's be real about that.
Right.
And Scarface, he even said that they called him the day of, if I'm not mistaken, the
Uh-huh.
day of the Grammys and shit too.
Right. Right.
Because last time I checked, when I watched that, they didn't have Outkast, they had Big
Hmm.
Boy. I
Exactly.
think
But
Pasta News
he
was.
represents Outkast though. At this point, he represents Outkast.
Right.
Where's Andre? You know what I'm saying? Andre doesn't want nothing to do with rap anymore. He said that. So Big Boy represents Outkast now. That's just what it is.
Yeah. Pasta News from De La Soul. Of course, the
Right.
late great Dave wasn't there. But like, even when it comes to like Willie
Now
D,
we know why now.
exactly. And even though when it comes to like Willie D, when it comes to this day and age, he's mostly known this day and age for like his podcasting and also just for his outspoken views and stuff like that. And again, that's not taking anything away from him. That's not taking anything away from him and shit like that. But it's just like the tribute itself. They even said this might not be the only tribute that they're gonna do for hip hop. For if it's probably gonna be like an all year thing. You never know. BET might do something or some shit
Hmm.
like that. I know TV One did a hip hop
They
50
have to.
tribute. Kumo D was there. You know what I'm saying? So that's just my
Right.
personal opinion. You know,
How many MCs Wu Tang got? 9, right? Only
And
Method
count
Man represented them at the Grammys. I don't hear RZA or Ray and Ghost bitching about they couldn't be there.
exactly,
You know what I'm saying? Like I said before, just be glad that they called you, because if they didn't call them at all, they would still have something to say. Just be glad that you was a part of it. That they managed to call Scarface and say, "Yo, we want you to represent the Ghetto Boys." Scarface didn't perform a Scarface song; he performed a Ghetto Boys song. People are forgetting that.
exactly.
It's not like he went off and did, never seen a man cry, or, you know what I'm saying, or smile. He did a Ghetto Boys song. He represents the group, as far as I'm concerned. Again, Southerners are in their feelings about spilled milk. Get over that shit.
Shit. What's up, everybody in the chat? But yeah, man. And the Ghetto Boys, they always had like a very complicated history with one another, and shit too, because why Willie D left the first time, right?
No, let me guess. He was in his feelings.
Well, he claimed that he wasn't getting the rightful respect because he was doing a lot of writing for the group, and he
Mm,
felt like he wasn't getting the rightful money and respect for the group and
of
shit
course
like
not.
that.
Of course not. Because he is the leader of the Ghetto Boys.
Shit.
You know, when you think of Naughty by Nature, you think of who? Tretch. You don't think of Vinny first. You know what I'm saying? When you think of Run DMC, you think of Run. You don't think of DMC or J first. These people are the leaders of the group for a reason.
Technically, to be real, Jam Master Jay was leader of Run DMC. Just being real.
Well, I think of Run as the leader of that group. Jay was a legendary producer.
I feel you on that. Definitely. But yeah, man. Ronnie said, when you think of NWA, you think of Dr. Dre. I
Easy
mean,
E. Easy E.
yeah, I think more easy. Hell, I think more Cube, really.
Yeah, him too. Him too.
Yeah, man. And also, what else is going on? So this week, I've been my boy Mark Nash. What's happening, boss? What's up with you,
Mark was
man?
good.
Yo, I love.
He said Dre and Cube come to mind first.
I'm not mad about that. Yo, Mark, I love the video you did about the Jay-Z video you did this week. I love that video. Y'all make sure y'all subscribe to my homie Mark Nash and shit. But I also want to talk about this whole fucking magazine covers that came out this month. I mean this week. First with Rihanna and ASAP Rocky. I'm gonna show it to y'all motherfuckers first, cause
Oh Lord.
I feel like it will be better if I explain my point if I showed it to y'all because I don't want to talk about you know how I be.
Right.
And I want to talk about hyper masculinity too when it comes to this shit because I'm seeing a lot of sensitive people getting in their feelings about the Rihanna
Mm-hmm.
cover. The
Mm-hmm.
Rihanna cover first. I'm gonna talk about the Rihanna before I talk about Jonathan Majors and shit. 'Cause I have a lot more to say about that one.
Right.
But so look at this shit right here.
Mm-hmm.
So of course Rihanna, she appeared on Vogue magazine. Yeah, there you go. See, and then you have ASAP Rocky with holding their child and shit like that.
Uh-huh.
Everyone's mad about this shit because they feel like,
Why?
oh, I'm gonna get into that. I'm gonna get into that. They mad. Oh wait, hold on. Let me do something right quick. Give me a second. They mad because they feel like he's just demasculating the black man and stuff like that. I tell myself like, so a black father embracing his kid and shit like that. That's y'all in your
Right.
feelings about that. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? I'm gonna show y'all because StreamYard's acting like a bitch right now.
Yeah. I don't know what's going on with StreamYard.
There we go.
Hey,
Thank you, sir.
at least he's there for his kid. I didn't have a father in my life, so salute to ASAP Rocky for being there for his child.
Right, but no. They want to look at the motherfuckers like Future and shit
Right,
like that too, because Future is their Jesus Christ. Even though Future has his own bullshit with his kids.
right.
Like look at this shit. This is what niggas are mad about. Him kissing his kid and shit like that.
What's wrong with that?
People feel like, oh, he's dethroning himself so Rihanna can be like. They pretty much call him Rihanna, Mr. Rihanna at this point. You know what I'm saying?
Right, right.
And
I don't see
I don't
nothing
see
wrong with
nothing
it.
wrong with this cover. I feel like this is a dope
If
cover.
she's if
I don't
they
see
in
nothing
love
wrong with this
and
shit.
they happy and they in love, that's good. That's what we need to celebrate in the black community more.
For real. Hold that thought. I'll be right back. Let me get some shit like that.
I see nothing wrong with
Yeah.
it, man. This is positivity. You know,
Well,
isn't that what we all strive for in a relationship? To be with somebody we
Exactly.
love and have a family with. You know, right? ASAP is a lucky man. Salute to him. Rihanna looks great. Super Bowl performance is a different story, but she looks great here in this magazine. Favorite Rihanna song or favorite Rihanna collab? I don't buy none of these magazines, but I've seen people talk about this. People like tag me in these in these photos because they have a problem with it and they're like, you know, they want my opinion on it, and I don't see nothing wrong with it. The Jonathan Majors cover is a cover. That's all it is. I don't think he's actually going out just like that. And even if he is, that at least that's on him. That's not me.
Oh, y'all talking about Jonathan Majors already?
Because I had people like tag me in the photo about it. They're like, "What do you think about this? This is outrageous for a black man to be dressed like this." I'm like, "Yo, it ain't me dressing like him. How he dresses his business."
Man, the Jonathan Majors thing. Let me.
That's more. I mean, I don't know. I guess maybe it's more disturbing to people than this cover. I don't see nothing wrong with the Vogue cover. I think, like I said, if they both in love, that's great.
See, my my issue with the Jonathan Majors thing. This is just my issue. This is it's kind of crazy though, because I I'm not. I've seen few things from him. Of course, he was on Lovecraft County, a show that was unfairly canceled, in my personal opinion.
Yeah, that
But
was good. That was a good show.
that's another story for a different day and stuff like that too. You know, like I don't give a damn about motherfucking sexuality. I really don't give a damn. But my issue is this, because I've seen a lot of this happen when it comes to Hollywood, when it comes to black men and
Right.
stuff like that too.
Mhm.
When certain black actors, black male actors, I'm just gonna say that right now, when they get a certain kind of fame, sometimes they might do some shit where it's like, how can I put this? That's out their character. I'm gonna be real with you. Now, granted, I don't know how this motherfucker used to dress. That's just what I said. I don't know what he does in his personal. I don't know, but at the same time, my thing is this. And I've seen this happen to a lot of motherfuckers. They are cool with this, like Kid Cudi, for instance. Let's talk. No, not Kid Cudi.
Yes, Kid Cudi.
No. I'm gonna come back to Kid. You remember that actor Brandon T. Jackson, who was in the
Yeah.
movie Lottery Ticket with Bow Wow and
Right.
stuff like that. So yeah, okay. So you know who I'm talking about, right?
Mhm.
Okay, so he was a rising actor like in the early 20 teens. Then he did the Big Mama's House 3 with Martin Lawrence, where he had to like wear a dress. and stuff like that too. You know, he pretty much went on an interview with Comedy Hype a while back ago. I think like about 4 or 5 years ago or some shit like that. And he was pretty much saying how his life was pretty much going downhill after he took that role. And Cat Williams, he said something about how Cat Williams even told him, "Don't take that role because Hollywood has an agenda of demasculating the black male and whatnot too." But he didn't want to listen pretty much. So then all of a sudden now he's going through this whole woke. Oh, they trying to get the black man, and this is just my thing. It's just my thing right here when it comes to these motherfuckers. If you are okay with like wearing a dress or wearing all being all flamboyant, I'm just gonna use that word flamboyant and stuff like that, and you feel like it was good for your system, that's all good. But at the same time, don't come out years later talking about I had a spiritual awakening and stuff like no. I hate this fucking shit. And I've seen it happen with so many motherfuckers and stuff like that. So they talk about how they have a spiritual awakening. Look, let me tell you something. I'm never gonna wear a motherfucking dress before in my life. I'm never gonna wear a dress. I'm not gonna wear no makeup and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But then, yeah, people was talking about, oh well, back in the day, people like Prince that was doing some shit like that. Well, Prince was a different case because for one, we knew the motherfucker was straight back in the day. Let's keep it a buck. We knew the motherfucker was straight. Two, a lot of his fashion, people don't know, a lot of his fashion styles, he was very influenced by like cats like Sly and the Family Stone, Little Richard, and shit like that too. You know what I'm saying too? You know where I'm coming from, right? Yeah. So, but at the same time, he was not. Now, like again, this is what the public knows. Like I said, what he did in his personal life, that's his personal life. And then you have people like Martin Lawrence, for instance. Martin Lawrence. The whole list. Half the characters he played on Martin, where he wore a dress, Big Mama's House, so on and so on. And y'all remember how he went crazy? Y'all remember how he went crazy in the late '90s, where he had held up the fucking highway, fought the power, talking about they out to get him and shit like that.
Right.
Keep it buck. Martin has not been the same since. To be real, but I still fuck with Martin. But my favorite years from Martin is like 1990 up to maybe 99, 98. And shit like that. Anything he did after 99, minus Welcome Home, Roscoe Jenkins, very hit or miss and stuff.
Are you blaming the fact that he played the character Shanae on Martin for what happened to him after?
No. I'm not blaming all of that. It's just what I'm blaming is the pressures of Hollywood. You know what I'm saying? Because at the same time, when it comes to like the black community, like when it comes to like a celebrity who's like mostly famous prominently in a black community, they're gonna do their best. If they cherish that motherfucker, they're gonna do their best to make sure he's secure. But then once the motherfucker steps out into Hollywood, like he has that mass appeal and shit like that, then all he's thinking about, he have people, the yes men. That's when you have more of the yes men and stuff like that, And I hate people who are yes men. I'm gonna be real. I hate people who are fucking yes men because, for one, they don't give a fuck about your interest. They're just only here caring about your wallet, their own wallet, and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Because some of them roles Martin took after, like, there was a while where he was just playing cops and security guards out of nowhere.
He's still playing it. He played a detective in that movie that came out in December on streaming. That was a different type of role for Martin because he don't do a lot of, thrillers like that.
Right. Yeah, I definitely see what you're saying and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man.
I mean, even with Pharrell managed to escape that though. Because I remember years ago, I think Pharrell did was it Vogue? It was a magazine cover he did, and he had like some Gucci rain boots on, like up to his knees, and people were mad about that issue. and he managed to escape that. Like he's still successful many years later. So I think it escaped Pharrell. I don't know. Um,
Oh God.
I get you see the magazine cover I'm talking about.
Hold on. Let me see if it's the right
He had
one.
like
Cause
some, I believe it was like some green rain boots that
yeah,
came
yeah,
to.
that's what I'm looking
Yeah,
at. Yeah.
that they made a huge deal on social media about that cover.
This one right here.
Yeah, yes, that one. No, but where's the rain boots though? He has some rain boots on.
Hold on.
I forget what year it was. I remember seeing it, but he actually was designing stuff for Gucci. You know what I'm
And
saying?
Gucci don't give a fuck about black people.
He actually like he took over the place for Virgil Abloh. You know what I'm saying? And people were mad about that. It felt like it was too soon. You know, but I think Pharrell's actually the right guy. He is a fashionista.
Mm.
You know, but I mean, you know, it's just a magazine cover. Like I said, like what that guy wears in his personal life is his business. Look at that. Look at what Pharrell's wearing
You
on that
talking about this
magazine.
one?
Yeah. Nah, it was another. Maybe it's not. It was one of those magazine covers where he had on like a Gucci, like green Gucci knee high boots, and it was very feminine, and people was pissed off about the cover, and I forgot what year it was. I want to say like it was 08, 09 or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But that never stopped Pharrell from being successful. You know what I'm saying? So if it's like some type of downfall that goes with that, Pharrell managed to escape it.
That's
Jaden
crazy.
Smith came. Jaden Smith is just a weirdo. Like he showed up at the Kardashian wedding. Or was it for Chloe with the white Batman suit? Like who wears that?
I'm so tired of Jaden Smith.
You know what I'm saying? He had an all white Batman suit on at a wedding, and he's in the family photos like forever with that suit on.
He just tries so hard to be different. That's my
I
issue.
think it was Kim and Kanye's wedding. I'm saying it was Chloe. It was Kim and Kanye's wedding. He dressed up like that.
Oh
You know what I'm
God,
saying? Like
that's even worse.
yeah, and he's in the photo album forever with that suit on because he took like like family pictures with them. You know,
But yeah, man. And like I said before, if a guy wants to wear a dress, that's his
that's his business.
business.
That's
That's
his
his
business.
fucking business and shit. Hell, Tyler
They made
Perry.
a big thing about Kid Cudi on SNL wearing the dress. I'm like, and
Don't
what does
don't
that
even get
mean?
me started on
What
Kid
does that
Cudi.
mean?
Okay,
I mean, like I said, like Kid Cudi is that going to take away from his artistry because he wore a dress on stage?
and then he came out a while back saying he regretted that shit because he was saying he was a different person. I was like, see, that's what I'm talking about right
But
there.
does he regret it because of the backlash on social media, or does he just regret wearing the dress?
That's the question right there, and that is the
Because
question right
if you're more worried about what strangers think online, then something's wrong with you. You might as well be a damn puppet. You know what I'm saying? If it's more like if you made a mistake of wearing the dress and you shouldn't have wore it, that's different. But if it's more about what people think online, then he's an idiot because I wouldn't worry about that.
there. See what I mean? Like, you had motherfuckers back in the day, like fucking Sylvester and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? He didn't give a fuck what he thought. You know,
Mhm.
hell, Liberace and
Right,
sh-
exactly. Liberace was flamboyant with it, and he didn't care.
right.
Boy
Hell,
George,
Tyler Perry made a whole career out of wearing dresses and
right?
shit.
Boy George for years, and you know how fucked up it is to be like 5, 6 years old, and you seeing Boy George on an album cover looking like a woman, and you think it's really a woman, and it's not. You know what I'm saying? And for years, Boy George was like that. You know what I'm saying? He was wearing red wigs to go with his makeup and shit. On a lot of those Culture Club album covers, he dressed like that. He didn't care.
He was
They
just
didn't stop him from
lucky
making
he
great
could sing.
music because he was whatever.
He's just lucky he can sing though. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? What
Explain that
else?
to your kid. Explain that to your kid when they come to you and they ask you, is Boy George a man or a woman?
Man, I was asking myself that when I was a kid.
You know what I mean? You
Well,
will
see,
make
Sam,
it better than
David Bowie, he was a different case and shit like that because he was playing with the media and shit. You know what I'm saying?
right.
And after the whole Ziggy Stardust era, mind you, he didn't really dress shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
Crazy.
Hell, even with some of these ladies, like Grace Jones, niggas used to think Grace Jones was a fucking dude and shit like this by the way she was dressing and shit. And I think and that's nothing against Grace Jones because Grace Jones is pretty as fuck. But hey,
You're the only person I know to say that.
there's other people that said that shit.
I don't know anyone but you to say that Grace Jones was beautiful.
She's fucking pretty. Damn, back at that time, she was fucking pretty as shit. Damn, fuck.
My idea of pretty is different from Grace Jones.
Well, she was a different type of pretty.
Mm. She was
artsy.
She was artsy pretty.
You know what? That you coined the term, so
right.
We'll go.
She was artsy. She was pretty in an artsy type of way.
Right.
Like a mannequin type of way.
Like don't get me wrong, she's not the sexiest female, but she was pretty for her time. Like she was pretty, like she had her own style. You know what I'm saying?
Like in a model African type of way.
I mean, we can go with that. I mean, I wasn't thinking like that, but hey. Like she's like a fucking sexy ass Hershey bar. That's the best way I can put it, you know? Wow. And it's just like beauty and shit like that. It's like I feel like with beauty these days, beauty sometimes can evaluate by how confident someone is in their own style and skin. You know what I'm saying? Like, say what y'all want to say about Cardi B and stuff like that. I'm not the biggest Cardi B fan, but she's comfortable about the way she is and stuff like that, you know? I mean, I wouldn't really fuck her like that, but that's just like, so what?
She too comfortable. Like Cardi B is the type of woman that I could never bring on to my mom. But she just too ghetto. She just too ghetto for me. Too ghetto. She's the type that like take it to a funeral, she might say the wrong shit.
Chill. Oh my god, but hey, but yeah, that's just the way I see it. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like Instagram, social media, people evaluate everything based on that. It's like, oh, how many likes can I get if I just buy this outfit and return it? Just buy it for one night and return it back. How much likes could I get? You know what I'm saying? Or it's just stupid as fuck, right. You know.
What about Sade? Sade's beautiful.
Yeah, Sade, man. She's just beautiful inside and out.
How old is she like now? Like 70?
No, nigga, she like in the 60s, boy.
60? She's still gorgeous for her age.
Yeah, man. She in the 60s.
She was gorgeous in her 20s. She's still gorgeous now.
Yeah, man. Q said same with Megan Thee Stallion and shit. You know. Yeah, I mean, if you feel like Megan Thee Stallion is beautiful, then she's beautiful.
I think Megan is hot.
Yeah. Tall, I mean, yeah, she cute and stuff like that. You know, she got a nice body. Yeah.
She know how to twerk. You know.
Yeah, she knows how to twerk.
She got confidence. I love it.
Yeah,
she can't rap for shit though, but she gorgeous.
I mean, I ain't gonna say all that though, but okay.
I don't think she could rap at all, but that's just me. But she's sexy though. She need to be a model or something, a porn star. You know.
Yo, you funny.
She need to be a wrestler or something, man. Like I could see her winning the women's championship. Definitely, she could beat Charlotte Flair.
Be who?
Charlotte Flair, Ric Flair's daughter.
Yeah,
Megan need to go into wrestling.
Yeah, man, it's like, but yeah, this whole masculinity thing is just crazy. But it's like it's crazy too because the same motherfuckers are promoting that whole hyper masculinity. They're the same motherfuckers that's wearing those stupid ass red boots now. And
right?
shit.
Those
You know,
those ugly
you know
ass
what I'm
Super
saying?
Mario 3D boots.
Fucking Astro Boy boots and shit,
Yeah,
man. Those are the same motherfuckers that's hyping up this whole Jonathan Majors ASAP Rocky bullshit.
right.
If let me tell y'all something. If y'all motherfuckers ever catch me wearing those fucking red boots, just put clown makeup all over me.
I will never wear boots like those ever in life. If it
Shit.
ain't Tim's, if it ain't polo boots, I ain't rocking it. If it ain't Nike boots, I ain't rocking it.
Then people gonna say, well, Kanye wore it first. It was like, you see what happens? You see what happens when you follow
Yeah,
people
but
and shit like that?
Kanye is a different type of nigga. You know what I'm
Well,
saying? Literally, like
literally, yeah.
when you can advocate for Trump and wear the Make America Great Again hat and get on TMZ and act like a damn fool. He's just a different type of Negro. So you know what I'm saying? It's like, who is Kanye really? Like, you still black at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? Like, he can, if he's trying to escape that reality, then he really need help because you're always gonna be black, no matter who you advocate for president. You
Hilarious.
know, having kids with the Kardashians and shit. Like, who are you running away from? I feel like he's trying to
And,
run away from his own people.
and look what he's saying now. He should have never got messed with them and stuff like. Well, it's fucking too late.
But
We already had like
we
three
could have
fucking
told you
kids with
that.
him.
We could have told you that back in the 2000s not to fuck with them.
Stupid fool.
You know what I'm saying? We could have told you that. He could have stayed with Amber Rose.
Talking about the devil had me. Oh, nigga, please.
The devil had you. I think the
I'm just
devil still got him.
I'm just paraphrasing.
I think the devil still got him. Like, he needs to come out with a sequel for My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy and call it that. The devil got me.
He needs to make good music again. That's what he
You know
needs
what I'm
to do.
saying? Exactly, like his label, Good Music. He ain't been making that.
But you heard what Consequence said. See, Consequence, he said some shit how when Kanye needed people, everyone walked out on him. And he was mostly throwing shots at Pusha T. Because Pusha T don't fuck with good music like that no more.
Well, I think he alienated people around me, and you alienated Jay.
Beyonce,
You alienated Pusha T, Beyonce,
John
everybody that
Legend.
was close to him, even Talib. And this is what happens.
Don't even, Talib, man. Don't.
But yeah, but even when Talib and him wasn't seen eye to eye, Talib was still in it, on it by his side.
Yeah, because that was his go-to ticket and shit. Because commercial, he wasn't doing good at that time.
Talib makes his best shit with Mos Def.
And high tech.
Yeah, and high tech. That's it. You know
And
what I'm
Madlib.
saying? And Madlib, right. Anything other than that, it's hit or miss. You know what I'm saying? He don't have a great discography. But he was still by Kanye's side even when they had disagreements. You know what I'm saying? But Kanye did that to himself.
He did. Like this motherfucking fool, man.
That going on Drink Champs was a mistake. You should have never did that.
They knew what they were doing with that Drink Champs interview.
Of course.
I don't
That's
give a
why
fuck.
he kept promoting it.
I don't give a fuck what Nori said. They knew what they were fucking doing.
He should have never got on there. And he just threw too many people under the bus. When you sit up there and you say shit like Common is better than Talib, and that just gonna rub people the wrong way. What do you thought was gonna happen?
What you said? Wait, I believe Common is better than Talib. Honestly.
Well, yeah, but for him to say that and you close with both artists, that's just it's make it look like, oh well, you prefer this. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's uncomfortable if you have a friendship with this person and they choosing the other person over you. You know what I'm saying?
I see your point.
So it's like I would have went to the next question or not even be on that show because that's what Nori wanted.
Because you can't pull off a fucking interview. You gotta add like hype and drama.
Right.
Like I see that he did a drink champ with George Clinton. I'm kind of scared on watching that because he's going. I don't want to watch a 4-hour interview with George. I love George Clinton, but
is it 4 hours for real?
You know how them drink champs interview, like some of them be like 4 to 5 hours and shit.
Oh God, no.
Like I can't, like niggas, shut the fuck up and let the people Tell about
Right.
that fucking life. Watch you say, "Oh, I remember that. Oh, I
Yeah.
remember that." Shut the fuck
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
I hate that shit. Who you think he is, Trevor Noah?
Trevor Noah would have been better.
I don't like his ass either. He's too
He was
opahide.
hilarious at the Grammys. He was a great Grammy
It was
host.
not hilarious. I want to
You didn't
slap.
like him at the Grammys?
I know I don't like Trevor Noah. They should have brought back LL Cool J as to host the Grammys.
Well, he would have been good too, but I enjoyed Trevor Noah as the host.
I don't like Trevor Noah. He's like Arsenio Light. Arsenio Light to me.
Man. Arsenio was funnier.
It's like something about Nigerians and South Africans rub me the wrong way.
Wow, man.
South African, they think they too colonized and shit for me.
Wow.
I'm being real. I'm being real.
Go
They
piss
too
off your country.
Nigga, I'm Sierra Leone. I'm Salone. I ain't South African, nigga. I'm Salone, nigga.
Oh man.
Nigga,
Let's
let's
off
not get
that region of the world. I want the, hey, when they see this, then they come at you. You're like, oh, what happened? Oh, Reg got a culture canceled by South Africa.
Nigga, would you rather me talk about South Africans or white people? Like,
What shit? You gonna do that anyway. I can't stop you from doing that.
like I said, worse about Nigerians. Like, hell, this one Nigerian girl at my fucking job almost got her ass beat yesterday and shit.
Oh, man.
You know what I hate about Nigeria? Not let me take that back. Not hate, but dislike about Nigerians. They think they're the greatest Africans in the world and shit. You know,
Oh man.
they think they discovered Africa.
Shit.
Like, little did they know, but what little to know, without our economy, Nigeria won't still be alive and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Oh man.
But yeah, man, like Trevor Noah, I just never found Trevor Noah funny.
Mm-hmm.
They just need a new Grammy host. I feel like a host should host a certain awards show no more than 5 times, in my opinion.
Right.
Arsenio was different because Arsenio actually had charisma and personality.
Mm-hmm.
I like the way how I said that, personality. Godfrey is nice. See, Godfrey, I like Godfrey. He's not the typical Nigerian.
It's cool.
Now, Michael Blackson, that's yeah, him. That's a different story.
He's hilarious.
I never liked Michael.
You never liked him, Harvard?
No, because motherfuckers always used to say, "Oh, you remind me of Michael Blackson back in high school," and I said, "No, I don't." They always want me to say that stupid line from that Next Friday shit.
Right.
Don't even get me fucking started. He's not funny. He's stupid. Like, I mean,
Oh man.
name the last great movie he was in. I'll wait.
I can't even remember.
When he's actually a starring role.
He never had one. He never had one.
I rest my case.
That wasn't him.
I rest my case. Q said LL Cool J canceled his album with Q-Tip. Man, he watched our show. Tried to say that shit about the Rockabelle. That's why he canceled it.
It was a prank though. Like he did that to troll people. Like it's still coming out.
Oh, it's still coming out.
Yeah, it's still coming out. He just did that so he could troll people to get people to watch what he had to say.
Well, I'm telling you.
The thing is there's still no release date and we don't know what label it's gonna be on. So right now it ain't coming out until I see a track listing, the label, what label is coming out on. What's the label? LL ain't drop an album in how long? The last label he was on was what? Def Jam. I don't think he's still signed to Def Jam, is he?
Well, he dropped that Authentic album back in 2013 that no one remembers and shit.
That was on Def Jam?
No, that was. Hold on, let me look at that. Hold on. Why am I watching the Beverly Hillbillies right now? Yeah, because I want to watch BMF after I get off. It's some indie label called S-Bro Music Group.
Oh wow. Okay. I don't know it, but yeah. So where is the first single? Where's the teaser? Like, you know what I'm saying? So he said the track listing is coming out in a couple days. So I guess we'll finally see what this new album is about. Hopefully, it's good. I still
I
can't
bet
picture. I can't picture him over Q-Tip production, but we'll see.
I bet you he's gonna have 21 Savage and Snoop on the album.
Oh
Watch.
God, why 21
Watch.
Savage?
Because 21 Savage is in everybody's hip hop albums and shit, you know?
Oh Lord, please don't.
I'm telling you,
Please.
man. I'm telling you, man. Shit.
And what kind like is it's either going to be amplified type production, and I know you hate amplified, and so if he's going for the mainstream, it's gonna be like vibrant thing type of shit, or if he's going for the real hip hop, it's gonna be like check the rhyme type of shit. That's the only way I could see him rhyming on a Q-Tip beat because I can't. Like, he's never done shit with Q-Tip before. They've never done it, and they're from the same borough. They've never done shit together.
That's interesting.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, why is that? Why did him and Tribe never work together before?
Sure. Why did Pac and Tribe work together and shit?
Well, we know why, but you know what I'm saying? The Tribe. I mean, he's worked. LL has worked with Ja Rule. He worked with Ja Rule. You ain't worked with Tribe ever. You know.
You know, Ja Rule was New York's golden boy at that
Right.
time.
Right.
Curtis Jackson.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he worked with Prodigy. Like he's done shit with Queens people. He ain't do shit with Tribe ever. So I want to hear at this point in 2023, what is LL Cool J gonna sound like over Q-Tip production? It's either gonna go really good or it's gonna be really bad.
T.I. and Boosie Badass going at it too. Yeah, because Lil Boosie canceled his collab album with T.I. because T.I. revealed that he snitched on his dead cousin or some shit.
What? He had a collab album with boy. I definitely wasn't listening to that.
Because allegedly T.I.'s working on his last album called The King Is Dead. He said he wants to retire the king of the South
Good.
moniker.
And just let DJ Toomp do the whole album, and hopefully it's a great album. Because he's another artist that hasn't had a great album in a long time.
So is he going to do stand up full time now or what?
Oh God, don't do that. Just if you're gonna retire and come out with some new artists. Don't he still got that label, Grand Hustle?
I believe so.
Yeah. Find new artists to sign that to make great music.
Yeah,
You know.
I got a question. A random question.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Do you feel like when Michael McDonald's mustache got thicker, his voice got more soulful?
You think so?
Think about that shit. Think about that. Just think about that shit. Like,
is it the mustache?
I don't know, man, because every year, like I was just jamming some Doobie Brothers, and I jammed that. I keep forget we're not in love anymore. That song and shit. Like it's like once the mustache got more thicker, he got more soulful and shit.
The mustache made him sound some type of way.
Yeah.
Wow.
Don't get me started with the song he did with Patti LaBelle and shit. On My Own.
Yeah, on my own.
That's my shit.
Yeah. I don't know. That's interesting.
The funniest part was this nigga was trying to out sing motherfucking Patty. That's the funniest part for me.
Right. Oh man.
Yeah, I might just rename this video "Spit Knowledge" and shit because we would definitely kicking some knowledge.
Do you like Tom Jones? Sam asks.
Hell yeah, I love Tom Jones, nigga.
Not a Tom Jones fan.
You say you're not a Tom Jones fan?
Nope.
Do I have to call Alfonso Ribeiro to kick your ass? Let me stop.
Nope, not into Tom Jones.
Shit, Tom Jones, for a white guy, he got some rhythm and shit. I ain't gonna lie.
Oh wow.
I mean, granted, I'm not the biggest fan, but he has some dope joints like What's New Pussycat is not unusual and shit like that. You know,
Wow.
he good. He has his own style. That's the best way I can put it.
Okay.
Antoine Powell, what's happening?
That's good.
Hugh said favorite samples Mike McDonald used besides Warren G's Regulate. Hmm.
This is it.
Nas, We Will Survive. Yes.
Yes. I love that
Yeah.
song. One of the best songs from IM.
I was also thinking when MF Doom sampled the drum break to he sampled What a Fool Believes for some song.
Right.
Oh, speaking of What a Fool Believes, have you ever heard the Aretha Franklin version of that song?
No.
That shit slaps.
She's a lady. Sam said.
Whoa, she's a lady.
Oh, that was Tom Jones too?
That was Tom Jones, man. Shit. That was Tommy.
When is Tommy coming back? Is that in the summertime?
Excuse me.
Tommy, the Force. Book, what was it, book 4?
I believe that's coming after Tyreek. So yeah, probably like summertime. Yeah.
Okay.
But March cannot come fast enough, man. I'm just
Right.
like, oh my
St.
god.
Patty's Day.
It's funny how they put the ghosts on St. Patrick. I was like, y'all think y'all slick, do y'all?
Brilliant promotion by 50.
Yo, 50 Cent's making a Marvel universe of drug dealers, man.
Facts.
He's dead ass making a Marvel universe. I ain't mad though. I ain't mad.
Antoine said, just got done listening to a classic Blue Note album on vinyl, Jimmy Smith Greatest Hits.
Never heard that, but I'll keep your word on that. Sam said, yeah, I saw that picture you posted on Facebook, Sam. Yeah. Otis Redding was the nigga though. Oh, speaking of soul music, y'all stay tuned for Ashley's 100 to 91 this Saturday. I get off work at 11 o'clock, so we're just gonna do a short video.
I want to see what she picks. What's on her list?
Yeah,
it's gonna be good.
I can't wait for part 2, boy.
Yeah,
I can't wait.
Yep, many more surprises on that list.
Yeah, you threw me off of that Black Ivory. I was like, okay,
Black Ivory, man, that needs to be discussed more. You know what I mean? Definitely.
This might be one of the most controversial lists we've ever done.
Yeah.
I'm still not keen on the whole Music Soul Child though, but you know what?
Music, hey, I'm a fan of music. He don't make good music. His early albums, it was phenomenal. You know what I'm saying? Like for me, I would have never did a verses with him. I don't think he has 20 hits. He got a couple hits, but not 20.
I keep telling y'all, verses, they don't always play the hits on verses. Sometimes they play the deep album cuts too.
Yeah. I mean, he got deep album cuts. I don't think I would have had him in the verses so soon though.
Well, Anthony Hamilton wiped his ass, in my opinion.
Yeah. He put on a better performance.
Once he did The Point of It All. Once he performed that verses, it was a rap. It was a fucking rap.
I felt like music didn't even want to be there.
I mean, half the artists don't even want to be there. They're just doing it for the money. To be real,
I don't know. His body language is like he's just there for the money in that city. He wasn't into like Anthony Hamilton.
Because Anthony put on a fucking show.
Yeah.
See, niggas be sleeping on Hamilton, man.
Yeah.
I need to put North Carolina. You need to put him in the North Carolina love and shit. You know.
Hey man, it's nothing but love for North Carolina. J. Cole, Little Brother,
Jodeci,
Rhapsody. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Hell, George Clinton was born in North Carolina.
George Clinton, no doubt.
Yeah.
I heard he made a TikTok.
This nigga's 80 years. What is up with these 80-year-old motherfuckers making TikToks?
He's on TikTok now.
I could have sworn Smokey Robinson was on TikTok too.
Oh man.
Hell, Smokey Robinson is having a Betty White moment at this point, you know? Nigga 82 years old, still trying to stroke and shit on stage and shit. I'm just like, this nigga.
Right.
Moni Love said her and Latifah started female rap. I love Moni Love, but you gotta take it back to the Mercedes ladies.
Right.
Shot Rock. I get what she's saying, but come on now.
Well, I mean, they Latifah and Roxanne really, they made it mainstream and really had the eyes on them at that point. You
Mm.
know.
You know what song I heard for the first time yesterday?
Uh,
Positive K and MC Light. I ain't having that. And
oh wow.
you know what hit me about Positive K?
Uh,
This nigga never takes no for an answer.
right.
Should have called us the positive control and shit.
Like Destiny's Child would have said he's a bugaboo. You know what I'm saying?
Like, this not only was this nigga bothering MC, like he made a whole song, I got a man and shit. Like,
right, harassing shorty. Like she clearly told you she got a nigga, and he's like, I'm
oh,
not
yeah.
taking no for an answer.
This
What
nigga
your man
never
got to do with me?
like. I'm just thinking to myself, was this nigga's gimmick or some shit?
You could have see, yo. You see, there's certain this shit that could niggas got away with back then that they couldn't get away with now, because he would be harassing her now if that song came out.
Oh yeah,
that would be sexual harassment then.
Got 23 minutes on the clock. I'm just like, damn, this nigga still at it. And this was, if I Got a Man came out like 4 years after that song he did with Light.
Right. Yeah.
But I kind of feel that's what ruined his legacy, because the dude can actually spit though.
Right.
But hey, now at least he's doing shit I like in the music business. He still got his name out there and shit like that, So
true.
At least he didn't sound with Puff. Speaking of Puffy, his new R&B artist is about to come out with a project very soon. He's coming out with his R&B record now and shit.
Oh,
I know that's your favorite producer. And shit.
Never, not even on the list.
Oh wait, he doesn't actually produce and shit.
Right, he doesn't produce. He doesn't songwrite. He damn sure know how to steal money from people though.
And it kills me that people compare him to Berry Gordy, but Berry Gordy actually wrote songs and shit. I don't see the comparison like that.
The only comparison is that Berry Gordy stole money from his artists on Motown too.
Berry Gordy stole. Few people made it out alive and shit.
Right. Yeah, they had his son playing him in the Wu-Tang series.
Whose son?
Puffy, King Combs. Christian is playing what's his name? He's playing his dad in the series.
I'm tired of him too.
Yeah.
I'm tired of him too.
All of them.
Sam said top 10 Slick Rick songs. Ooh.
Half of them is from the first album.
I would say The Ruler's, on top of my head, it's known in no particular order. The Ruler's Back, Treat Her Like a Prostitute, Children's Story, Hey Young World, It's a Boy, Venus, Mistakes of a Man in Love, the Mistake song, the long-ass title, Star Trek, Adults Only, and the song he did with Nas, I think it's called Me and Nas.
Yeah, Hit the Hardest.
Yeah.
Those. All the Storytelling is a great album. We didn't do a review on that, right?
No, we didn't do a review on that yet. We're gonna eventually talk about that.
That's a great album.
I like it, but I feel like, I like the album. It's not a bad album, but a bit too much guest appearances, and it wasn't a lot of storytelling on the record. It was like a braggadocio, which again, not bad, but still.
I look
I
at
felt
that album as like, because he was locked up, and when he came out, like I felt like he at that time you had like artists like Cannabis
yeah,
that were like new artists. So I felt like you wanted to collaborate with some of those newer artists, Outkast and
yeah.
Nas, and you know what I'm saying. That it was a great album. I loved it.
Plus, everybody, let's be real. When he was in jail, everybody was either covering his songs, biting his
Right,
lyrics, stealing his style, and
right.
shit like that too. So again, that see that album is like I like it, but at the same time, I would I call it a classic album or one of his greatest? I mean, I kind of prefer the Rulers Back over
Right.
that one, and I feel like the Rulers Back don't get its just due like that
Yeah, I agree.
because some of his storytelling on that second record was very complex and shit like that. And he was talking about a lot of shit. Not a lot of rappers were talking about like It's a Boy, talking about like the joy of having a kid and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? Um, what was the other song he did? What was the other song he did? Mistakes of a Man in Love with Another Woman. You
Hmm.
know, just talking about infidelity and shit. I Shouldn't Have Done It.
Yeah,
One of his best performances ever. The way he was rhyming fast and stuff like that. Like even the story was complicated. Like y'all talk about Biggie's "I Got a Story to Tell." Listen
mm,
to "I Shouldn't Have Done It." That was "I Got a Story to Tell" before "I Got a Story to Tell." Really,
mm.
nothing against Biggie, but I feel like some certain fans kind of overhyped that song and shit.
But well, the because it's, the story is actually true when Biggie made it.
Yeah, I mean it's actually true, but at the
Yeah,
same time, just because it's a true story, don't mean it's like, oh my god.
that's what makes it that much more like great because it's actually a true story. You know what I'm saying? Is the Slickwick song a true story, or is that just rumors?
Some of them, well, most of them when Slick was coming up, most of them was just fabricate, like wasn't always true. But
No, I mean this song I shouldn't have done it. Is that a true story, or is that like a something he made up?
I think
Because
that's something he
supposedly
made
when
up.
that came out, that was based on him sleeping with an underage female.
What?
Yeah,
Wait,
that's the
wait,
rumor.
wait,
That
wait.
supposedly that was because that's the album that before he went to jail. He had went to jail after
Yeah.
that album.
Whoa. Hold
The
up.
rumor is when he made that song, it was about him sleeping with an underage female.
What?
Yeah,
I have never heard of that.
you know what I'm
What?
saying. So the Biggie story is actually true because he really did sleep with Anthony Mason's wife or whatever.
Yo, you better tell me that's a rumor and shit. Oh,
That's
what?
not the reason why he went to jail. Why did he go to jail?
No, he went to jail because he
He shot his
he
cousin.
fucking killed. He shot his cousin, and then he was on the run from the police, and he crashed into a tree.
Okay.
I ain't never heard of that.
Maybe the chick didn't press charges on him.
Yo, hold up. Where did you hear this shit from?
This was like back when that album came out. They were saying that like he had underage sex with a female, and it's not like it hasn't happened before in rap. Prince B did that. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
he didn't go to jail for that shit.
You talking about when Buffy filmed that girl and shit like that?
Huh?
You talking about Buffy, right? When he filmed that girl doing some shit.
Buffy?
Yeah, Buffy.
Buffy who?
Buffy from you talking about from the Fat Boys, right? Or
No, Prince B from the PM Dawn. He did the
oh
same
yeah,
thing.
oh yeah, yo, most definitely,
Yeah.
yeah.
See,
I
but
want to see
he
what
ended
it's.
up paying for it in the end, though. Yeah, that's how the diabetes is what killed him.
I wonder what his cousin could say about that, but I'm gonna keep my mouth shut on
Right.
that. I think his cousin still don't like my ass. I don't know.
It's a lot of shit that's in that family that's going on that I don't even know if we could even do an interview with him because he gonna just put all that shit on blast, and I don't want to be a part of that shit like that. You know what
I
I'm saying? Because
feel
I'm
you.
an actual PM Dawn fan. I don't want to be caught up in family drama like that because then it's gonna look like we just, you know what I'm saying? Like we interviewed
Okay.
him to get views and shit. And I was like, that's whack.
Yeah, man. like I said, he mad at me because I said that PM Dawn was not one of my favorite groups and
Right.
shit like that. That's the reason why he's mad at me.
But at the same time, it was like it's like he wanted to be interviewed, but he wants to be interviewed so that he can tell family drama. It's like I don't want to be a part of shit like that.
I
You know what
swear
I'm
to God.
saying? Because Prince B is not here to defend himself anyway. So even if we did do that, it's like that's hearsay from him.
And I told him, if you want to defend your truth, I'm all open. He has not reached back to me, so
He
so
he
be it.
he's saying he said that TV1 exaggerated and they left shit out and the shit he was saying it was like even you bring that as family drama between you and the brother. It's like I don't want to be a part of that. You know what I'm saying? I don't do interviews to for clicks and views and for family drama. Like it's like if you got drama with your family member, you need to talk to them. Like don't put it out on the podcast.
Right.
Ronnie
Shit.
said John Starks talked about it on that's a real thing that Biggie was talking about in that song.
This nigga Biggie was wild, dude.
And they both not here. Biggie and Anthony Mason are no longer here. So
Exactly. Hmm. Shit.
that shit, I mean, the Slickwood thing, I don't know. I mean, it could be true. It may not be true. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know either.
If it's like I said, like maybe the female, if it happened, maybe the female just didn't report it. You know what I mean? And he just managed to escape a rape case or whatever.
That's wild.
Y'all heard the new song, "A Love Letter to Hip Hop"? Yeah, I saw the Black Thought thing.
You gotta talk about that Danger Mouse album he did.
Yeah, that was good. Cheat Codes, his best solo album so far,
Yeah.
and he has another one dropping this year.
Interesting. Okay, got about 10 more minutes left. This month. Yo, they canceled my show, fucking Southside.
Southside.
Yeah, they canceled it.
What show is that? I never heard of it.
Oh, it was pretty much a black show about people making a hustle in Chicago and shit like that, and they
Oh,
canceled it on HBO Max.
right. Oh wow. Antoine said, I definitely understand PM Dawn is not for everybody. One time I wasn't a fan of them, but when my nephew let me have the first album, I became a fan of them. The first album was
Respect.
dope. Yeah, I've
Respect.
always thought their albums were dope. Like I said, they wasn't ready for I don't think the hip hop was ready for them at that time. Like now in this era, they definitely would have been ready. But because of their philosophies on religion and life itself, I think it was just a lot of people wasn't ready for that at that time.
And that's
You know,
true.
even like listening to them at a young age when they came out, and I'm like, I love the beats and all that, but when you hear songs like Paper Doll, I'm like, what the fuck is a paper doll? What did they? What does that mean? What did they? What is Prince B saying? It's like they shit went really deep. You know what I'm saying? And I just at that time wasn't I didn't catch on to what he was saying in a lot of those songs, but it was I still love the production and you know they were just different,
Mm. I just never cared for him.
right?
Shit.
Top
What-
five Bumpy Knuckles songs.
Do I even have a top five?
I got a favorite. I don't. There's one called "Emotional Greed," produced by Primo.
Mm-hmm.
and Bumpy had released this like years ago on his SoundCloud page, and it's about his baby mother um being greedy and wanting more child support after their baby was born. And he talks about like, when him and the baby mother was in love and how all of that shit changed after they had a kid, and she became a bitch, and it was like she was doing things to spite him because of the kid. And you see a lot of that going on with a lot of parents. You know what I'm saying? And that was a banger. I don't think that ever made it to an album. I think it was like a 12-inch single, but that was one of my favorite Bumpy Knuckles album songs.
Yeah. I fuck with Bumpy, but I don't really have a top five favorites from him.
Mm. He did a lot of great collabs.
Yeah.
The Militia with Gangstar
Oh yeah. Yes.
was great. Win the G with OC on the Jewels album, one of my favorites. He did a lot of great collabs with people.
Oh shit. The
PM,
Beehive. The
no, I
Beehive.
don't. I don't. I'm not. I wouldn't even compare Drake to PM Dawn because Prince B can actually sing. Yeah, he can actually sing. Like Drake is harmonized, but he hasn't done a full R&B album or song. You know what I'm saying? We're still waiting to see if he could do that. But Prince B could actually sing as well as rap. But again, like they just wasn't ready for them at that time. You know
Now Stephanie Mills is feeling the wrath of the Beehive.
what she say?
Because in that Vlad interview, she said that Beyonce and Diana Ross cannot be compared.
Oh wow, like with each other?
Yeah.
Well, I don't think I would compare them either. You know, and people that's too young to be around to remember Diana Ross, they're gonna look at Beyonce like that's their Diana Ross. You know what I'm saying? That's their Diana Ross for their generation.
Interesting.
Like Chris Brown would be their Michael Jackson. If they wasn't around for Michael, Chris Brown would be their Michael Jackson. It don't mean that they're on the same level though. Better lyricist, Fife Dog or Black Thought?
Black Thought.
Ronnie, you should already know the answer to that.
We ready for this Jefferson's breakdown tomorrow.
It's gonna be good. I mean, Beehive pissed at everybody, man. They were pissed at Britney Spears. Was it last year they were pissed off at her? And she called herself the real Queen Bee. You know, they were mad that she lost to Harry Styles at the Grammys, and they always pissed off. Best hip hop song of all time: Eric B and Rakim, The Ghetto versus Nas, One Love. I like One Love more.
I like the Ghetto.
Their Ghetto was fire. I don't think that's their best song though.
Mm.
Eric B does not get enough appreciation as a producer,
Because he didn't really produce.
but his name is on the credits.
Exactly. He put that there because
But if he didn't produce it, then who did?
there's a lot of controversy when it comes to production of Eric B and Rakim. Because there's some albums that certain producers did not get credited for. Like Large Professor, he didn't really get credited for doing Let the Rhythm Hit Him, but he did the majority of that album.
Right.
Marley Marl, I know he did Eric B as President, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Hell, even Rakim did production too.
Right.
Eric B, he just was the hustler. He didn't really do shit.
Well, he's a puffy.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, he just
Wow.
threw his name on there just for
Wow.
credits and shit. He didn't even DJ, to be real with you.
Crazy.
Hell, DJ
And
Polo didn't DJ either for Cool G Rap. That was mostly Dr. Butcher.
but Eric B's name is before Rakim.
Because originally it was supposed to have been Freddie Fox
Mm-hmm.
that was supposed to take Rakim's place, but Fox was late for a studio session,
Right.
and Rakim came, and the rest is history.
No. So really should have been Rakim and Eric B. You know, but I guess because the B and the E come before the R in the alphabet, that's why it sounds better.
All Eric B did was pose on stage and shit. That's all he did. Like I kid you not. All he did was just make poses like he
Right.
was a fucking bodyguard and shit. That's
Right.
he was like the hustler. He was the hustler.
You know,
He said what?
he was big enough to be a bodyguard. Eric B was like a linebacker. You know?
Like, have you ever seen the Soul Train performance and shit?
Nah. You mean from back in the day?
When they did I Know You Got Soul.
I saw
No.
Soul Train performance they performed from back in the day.
Not the Soul Train, but excuse me. It was the Rap Mania performance and shit like that.
No,
All
I
the
never saw
motherfuckers did was pose.
I never saw that one.
Hold on, I'll show you. Hold on. At least Jam Master Jay and DJ Jazzy Jeff did their shit.
Right. Jazzy Jeff is a real DJ.
Exactly. He's still doing this thing.
Still doing it. Still having live streams on YouTube.
Ninth Wonder 2.
Yeah.
By the way, we gotta talk about Rap Mania one day.
Rap Mania. Is that him?
You see how that's all he did. Just yeah.
Wow.
I don't know why YouTubers want to play with me right now, but hey. Cause the little boy put on more of a show than Eric B and shit.
Is that his son?
That's not his son. That was just a friend's son or some
Oh.
shit. Eric B don't even DJ. He just stands there. Look.
He's just standing.
But no lie though, that's like one of my favorite performances they've ever done. Like
Right.
that let the rhythm hit him era was so fucking cold.
It's crazy.
Power said, didn't Daddy O say he was in a session of Daddy O says a lot of shit.
Yeah. He says a lot about being at the session or producing something and they left him out.
He's a TK Kirkland of hip hop, man.
Oh, I was there when Nas did New York State of Mind. I actually did the scratching. It wasn't Primo.
Oh.
It just had Primo's credit, but I was actually the one doing the scratching. Come on, man.
He's the TK Kirkland of hip hop. Oh Lord, man, shit, I'm killing me.
Facts. I need facts.
I need
about that
receipts.
shit, Daddy. Yeah. If I tell you I was at a concert and I saw so I got facts for that. You know what I'm saying? I got fucking concert stubs literally. Like where's all the facts that Daddy will be talking about?
He said some shit about Rakim years ago. I don't know.
Oh man.
And I like Daddy. I like Sister Sonic. Sister Sonic is my group though.
It was dope.
But I just know Daddy O says a lot of shit.
That wasn't Eric B. I'm the one that came up with the name Eric B and Rakim. It was me. I was with Stetson Sonic then, and then I just thought, oh, Eric B and Rakim, that sound better.
I did Kung Fu before Wu-Tang.
Right. That was my concept before the RZA. I was the one watching the Kung Fu flicks with Jet Li.
Oh, shit. I quoted Biggie before Jay-Z.
I was the king of Brooklyn before Kane and Jay.
But I can go on. I can literally go on all fucking stream.
Shit. It was supposed to be me. I was supposed to be the fifth member of Gravediggers, but RZA said, nah, it's too many Stetsasonic niggas.
Yo, I can picture RZA saying some shit like,
yeah, you know,
like, nah, son, too many y'all niggas.
Yeah, I was gonna call myself the Grim Reaper, but it was already taken.
I can't really see RZA doing some shit.
I was gonna be the Archangel, but RZA said it was gonna be too. It was gonna scare the kids off.
Oh my god! Hold on, man. Let me. Oh, fuck. You literally just had me laughing for the first time.
But I've seen them in interviews do that shit. I'm like, where was this? I've
Same.
never heard this shit.
I'm not lying. He be doing that same fucking shit.
Man,
He's the TK Kirkland of hip hop. I see you.
Yo,
and y'all be seeing them TK Kirkland Vlad interviews. I did this. Like, nigga, who the fuck is you?
Right.
Who the fuck? I ain't never seen a comedy said this nigga did before in my life. Like,
oh, man.
All I seen this nigga do was Vlad interviews. Rakim told the biggest lie.
See? What was the biggest lie? I'm just curious. What was the biggest lie?
I've seen this video for years. I've never watched this show.
He's wild.
I've seen this thumbnail for years.
This is your boy Crazy, the king of content, and I just recently sat down with the legend, one of the legends of the '80s, my man Daddy-O from Stetsasonic.
You know he beefed with James Mtume too, right?
Over what? Juicy?
And I know he's very
that song "Talking All That Jazz" was aimed at James Mtume because James Mtume didn't like sampling at that time, and he did sampling. So
right. I was the one that came up with Juicy. That was my idea. And he took it from me.
Learn something about the artist and the culture that we love.
Okay, this nigga's talking too much, man.
Right. He wasn't the best, and then the other, I guess, the best artist to you.
Right.
They give him too much.
My nigga looks like he should be a
Give
preacher.
him too much credit. And you know what's funny? I'm talking to you, Chris, because I think all the time. So now I think I know how to say it.
Okay.
Rakim's not the greatest. He did the greatest thing.
There we go.
That's how you say it. Because that thing that he did is great. All of it.
Why are you talking about that thing that he did was great?
Which was what? What was that thing that he did?
Let the rhythm hit him. Follow the leader. That 7 MCs in a line. It's the greatest thing. Is he the greatest MC? No.
Wow.
But he did do the greatest thing.
And this,
I mean, it may have been a greater
like
thing
he was the best
than
one
almost any of us did. When I start thinking about a thing, Mel would get it, but he didn't make the message twice. He would get it. Rakim did that thing
Over and over.
He did that thing. He kept repeating that thing, and it's to prove that it wasn't a fluke. It wasn't like So he did that thing. But is he the greatest MC? I don't think so.
Who is?
There's too much other factors that would make you the greatest MC, and I just don't think that for me he doesn't get that. But he's like one of my partners, my little man Hasib. He'll fight me. Rakim's the greatest to him, and to a lot of people, Rakim's the greatest, and I gotta give that.
You know who's worse? You know who's worse though? Melly Mel.
Oh God.
Have you ever seen the Vlad interview, yo?
Nah.
This nigga was talking so much Cash Money shit.
He think he's the best MC ever.
Yeah.
Of course. Him and Coogee and Kumo D.
Mind you, Kumo D said he's the greatest MC ever and shit.
Right. But he had Melly Mel high on his list. These niggas, boy.
Look, I'm gonna show you what he said about Biggie and shit. Like, he said Jay-Z and Eminem are overrated. The only rapper he really gave love to was Tupac.
Wow.
Melly Mel hilarious. Yo, man.
I think Tupac. A lot of people got influenced by Tupac.
Yeah,
A lot of people are still doing their best Tupac imitation these days.
Yeah. So now we only got two guys.
Okay, so we got two. I think Biggie would have been great in any era.
He couldn't have made it back then because he talked.
You don't think so? With the rhyme play and the way he put his words together.
If he's saying what he's saying right now, that's what I'm talking about. Back then, when it ain't no, it's only guys that rap and did hip hop, and then it's all the tough guys. You couldn't say that around them. You couldn't talk about selling drugs around them. They would probably kill you on just on that. If you got on the mic talking about who you're going to kill, and there's only dancers and killers out there, real street guys, and you got on the mic talking about who you're going to kill. And it's not like you got your little crew and your little entourage and all that. The same guys that's holding you down is the guys that's over there. Is the guys that we made up the shout out to placate them. And motherfucker come up and pull his gun out and grab me by the back of my neck. Yo, shout out so. And then what is these niggas going to do when a nigga do that to them? What are they going to do? Except for invent the shout out like we did.
You see what I'm saying? And with no separation now.
I don't get what he's saying.
He's pretty much saying at the time when hip hop started, there was on that let's not do drugs, let's uplift the community. He felt like when Biggie came out, he felt like he did more harm.
Biggie didn't start that though. Biggie didn't start that.
He didn't start that, yeah, he didn't. But Biggie's like a bigger name.
So if he feels like Biggie started that, how does he feel about mafioso rap?
Well, I'm gonna pull up what he said about Jay-Z.
Lord. These niggas are delusional, man. Like a lot of these 80s niggas, they in their feelings because of how successful rap is now, and they wasn't getting that type of money and attention. So they feel like it's better to let's talk shit about the ones that did it after them.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
I mean, you said that the Jay-Z.
My nigga still just like from the 85 and shit.
Right.
Come on, what the fuck is going on with this shit, yo?
I think a lot of rappers are overrated. Yeah.
I mean, you said that you as a businessman, he's phenomenal, but as a rapper, you wouldn't put him in your top list.
No. Because see, the main problem that I got with dudes like a lot of these dudes, when you made it. Now you out. Forget the street guy act. You're not street like that. I'm not even a street guy. I'm a hood nigga. I'm not a street nigga. I know I'm not gonna be out on the street like that. And then to take it even a step further, these dudes live in the big houses. They live in the best neighborhoods. There ain't no street dudes around. But you're gonna have this street dude think that being on the street is the right thing to do and the right person to be. You gotta give people, the people that's left in the hood something to hold on to make it out the hood. What a lot of this hip hop shit did, it made the ghetto permanent. You ain't supposed to stay there like that. And that's why I say a lot of them is overrated, because they what they doing is they selling a product, and then when after the product is through and done and sold, now they still thinking they got product to sell. And they don't.
So you got what you were saying with that shit?
Yeah, but even if that was the case, rap came from the streets. It will always be from the streets, no matter how rich and famous an artist is. You know what I'm saying? Just because that artist is rich and famous don't mean that they still ain't got relatives that's still in the hood. You think all of Jay-Z's family is rich and famous like him? No. He still got friends in Marcy Projects. He still got family in that's struggling. You know what I'm saying? No matter how big Will Smith is in Hollywood, he's still from the streets. West Philly. West Philly is the ghetto. It's not no suburb. You know what I'm saying? That yeah,
Yeah.
the idea is to make it and to get out of poverty, but at the same time, it's like if you are an artist in this culture, hip hop is the streets, rap is the streets. You know what I'm saying? That's
Right.
never going to change, no matter how much money the industry is now. It always will be from the streets. That's how it was created. In the park jams in the Bronx, Sedgwick Ave.
The block parties.
Yeah. So again, it's like so he's totally discrediting Jay from being one of the best because what he's rich and famous. So why are you in attack Will Smith or Ice Cube or Ice T? I'm not understanding his logic.
Because Jay-Z is public enemy number one these days and shit.
Well, for who? I mean, I think any artist or anyone would want to strive to be where Jay-Z is at. I mean, Red, you an artist, right? Don't you want to be where Jay-Z is at?
Yeah, I mean, I want to be where Jay-Z's at, but under my terms.
Let's say you did one day, then they would start looking at you differently. Like, oh, well, Reg is a billionaire. What he know about fucking rap anymore? He's out of touch with the fans, and I totally disagree with what Melly Mel is saying. My thing was for years I said for Jay that 444 should have been an album he made way back in the 2000s because to that point I agree with Melly Mel on that point that you couldn't do another in my lifetime volume because you're not selling bricks no more. You're a married man with how many kids you got now? 3 kids.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? 444 is the album where he should have made way back in the 2000s. You know what I'm saying? That because that's where he's at in his life right now. You're a billionaire. You're working with the NFL for whatever that is. You know what I'm saying? But
Right.
at the same time, it's like so Jay-Z can't make an album when he's 70 years old and a billionaire because he's not living in the hood no more. I disagree with that.
I swear, man.
You know what I'm saying? It's again country music, pop music, rock and roll. They're not so quick to retire their artists like, oh, well, Willie Nelson is 90 years old, he needs to retire. They don't do that in country music. And there's no reason why in hip hop that an artist shouldn't make an album when they're 70 years old, no matter how successful they are. You know what I'm saying?
You're right. I hear what you're saying.
A lot of artists, even the artists that are not rich and famous that are still in the hood, that a lot of them are not living that life that they're talking about.
It's crazy, man. It's fucking crazy.
You know, T.I. is no longer a Rubber Band Man. Okay, he has a fucking show on VH1. He's no longer Rubber Band Man. He's not living that life anymore.
Allegedly.
Rick Ross is not a big drug dealer. This nigga has a one of the biggest mansions in Georgia. Everybody want to play Scarface, but they're not Scarface. You know, again, like I'm looking at it like some of these 80s artists, they in their feelings because of the when they were out there, they wasn't getting that type of attention and money like how the artists are now.
And I'm not disagreeing with that because you can sometimes hear the bitterness in their tone and their voice and shit.
Just say you don't like the nigga. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, if you're gonna say Jay-Z is overrated, give your thoughts on why. Don't be like, oh, well, I don't like him because he's a billionaire and he's not talking that life. He's not spitting that street shit no more. I think a lot of people already know that. His fans are not dumb.
Right. Yeah, man. I'm gonna stay on for like another 7 more minutes and shit.
Tupac was rich and famous, and he was still out there living that street life. And that's probably what got him killed.
I don't know about the rich part because the way people were jacking his money around and shit.
That's what they saying that you know he was rich. All of his albums went multi-platinum. He was definitely selling units. he was doing movies. He wasn't doing movies for free.
Yeah, most of his money came really from the movies and shit. You didn't
You know
really
what
see a
I'm
lot.
saying? He had money. It's just that he was living that street life, and the street life caught up to him.
Street life. Da-da-da. Randy Crawford, y'all know shit about that.
He had his own label, his own artist. You know, you get money for having your own label.
Just like in that Snoop Dogg song, Doggy Dog World, it's a crazy mixed up world. It's a doggy dog world.
50 Cent, exactly. 50 Cent is filthy rich. He's bringing out some of the best TV shows on networks in years.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Well, I ain't hear him say shit about 50. 50 definitely not living in Queens no more.
It's Curtis Jackson now.
You know, yeah, it's Curtis Jackson. It ain't even 50 Cent.
Curtis Jackson.
It's Curtis 50 Cent Jackson.
Shit.
Curtis ain't living in Baisley Projects no more.
And even who did it though.
What you mean?
I mean, you know, they fucking millionaires and billionaires and shit like that, and people ain't getting mad at them and shit, you know.
Listen, man, yo, there was a time when remember when Mobb Deep said, when Havoc has said, no matter how rich I get, I'll forever stay in the projects. Havoc is not in the projects no more. He's not in Queensbridge. He hasn't been there in years. He might go there for a video shoot, but he's not actually living in Queensbridge. You know what I'm saying?
That's what be killing me. Some of these rappers and shit like that. Sometimes, like when they go back to their own hood for a video shoot, and then motherfuckers get so envious and shit.
But you can't. Even if you wanted to, you can't. Look what happened to Nipsey Hussle. Died in his own hood, and for doing something positive for his community.
PMB.
Young Dolph got killed in his own hood.
PMB got killed in the Roscoe's Chicken and
You know what I'm
Waffles.
saying? Exactly. It's like you can't even do nothing good for your community because you got haters in your own community that don't want to see you rise. They don't want to see you shine.
You don't hear Paul McCartney going back to London and all the London cats getting mad at his ass and shit. No, they worship his fucking ass and stuff, you know?
You know what I'm saying? So
it's our community.
You got to give me real reasons on why you feel like an artist is overrated. Not just say, oh, well, he's filthy rich and he's selling a product to the hood, but he ain't in the hood no more.
Shit. Motherfucking
Chinks, yeah, exactly. Chinks was on his way out of Queens of his hood, and people in his own hood got him. Same thing with Stack Bundles. It's like they don't want to see you come up.
They don't. That's the sad part.
But you expect for them to stay in their hood and do something good for their hood when their own hood is hating on them. I would fucking leave too. Why not? That's the whole point of rap is a $1 billion industry. Why not get rich and famous and move out of here? That's the whole goal, is to move out of the hood.
No, niggas want to stay in the hood. Like niggas be 45 years old still repping their fucking hood and shit.
Exactly.
I'm like,
that's stupid. That's stupid. You could never be a billionaire still in the hood. It's not gonna happen.
But were you repping the hood when they shot your homeboy up at North Street and shit? You know.
That's just ignorance. You know what I'm saying? It would never happen. You would never live a happy life being rich and in the hood. Spike Lee could do that. But Spike Lee was never hood to begin with. You know what I'm saying? But Spike Lee could live. He could live in his old neighborhood because nobody gonna fuck with him.
Shit. Oh, Takeoff got killed doing a fucking dice game. Well, Takeoff got killed in the middle of a dice game over Quavo and everybody.
In the hood.
Houston.
In the hood. Where he got shot at, though. That roller skating rink. That was in the hood.
Shots. I don't know how you rich and billionaires and making all this money, you still rolling dice.
He didn't answer the question. It's like, what does Jay-Z's lifestyle got to do with him being overrated? You know what I'm saying? Ice-T been playing a cop for 20 years on Law and Order. You think he's still in the hood?
Shit. Not with his white wife.
You know what I'm saying? Fuck no. Yeah, exactly. Not with Coco. She bougie.
Well, she looks like Princess Fiona, the Shrek form.
You know what I'm saying? Like that is the goal, is to be successful. I don't get it. Like, wait, I don't know, man. I just think he don't have no valid points for why you feel like an artist is overrated.
Fucking Def Jam Fight for New York character design. Oh shit!
Crazy, B.
I'm gonna pull up one more interview. This time from our favorite rapper, Kumo D and shit. Oh my god, man! Sometimes these motherfuckers be having me laugh. I love hip hop, but sometimes these motherfuckers be having me laughing and shit.
Because they say just ignorant shit, and this is why shit be trending.
Oh shit! Oh shit, man! Yeah, right. I'm about to be on that BMF in a minute, boy. Don't be spoiling anything though, because I hate when niggas spoil shit when I haven't watched it.
That shit is good this year too, this season. Kumo D, what did he say?
I'm trying to find one specific interview.
Who he said somebody like people are trying to be Tupac still? Who's trying to be Tupac in this era?
Everybody.
Really?
Literally everybody and shit.
I don't see it.
Did you write the lyrics to that song? Definitely, I write everything in terms of lyrics. Teddy Riley always helps with music this time of year.
That outfit is fly though. I ain't gonna front.
What made you?
Mine is the glasses.
I have a theory, like I say. First of all, everything is possible. Made possible, God, definitely. And I use a theory. I say when I write, speak to me. When I speak to you, I'm just giving you like just right. We don't know what you look like, except for my Instagram. Yeah. Okay.
Nah, it's not this fucking shit.
I don't know what's worse, Arsenia's haircut or the outfit Kumo D have on.
Oh, that outfit was fire, bro.
You would wear that shit. I can see you with that. That'd be
that
your
outfit
Halloween costume this year. That's your Halloween costume this year?
You know what? That might be a contender. Kumo D.
Yeah, you could pull that off.
Niggas don't know shit about Kumo D. I keep telling y'all, motherfucker. I keep telling y'all, Kumo D was
the
that
blind
nigga.
shades don't do it for me.
We're products.
See, I think you're being abusive. See, you don't understand, and you don't know nothing about me. You understand what I'm saying? So don't be telling me.
Oh, Bushwick Bill. Oh shit.
Who's this guy?
So what?
Who's this guy? What are we watching here? What interview is this?
He's just giving his thoughts about profanity and hip hop and shit like that.
Oh God, come on! So everybody's supposed to sound like Will Smith now?
When you listen to my music, you shouldn't judge because you don't know. I am not judging. I am talking about a black person. Can you give us any perspective on this? Let's talk.
Who the fuck is this dude?
Matter of fact, I
don't even know what show this is.
Because I come from.
I don't know what show this is either.
So I know what they're talking about is a reality. But I also went to college, and I do have a college degree in education, so I understand.
And who's this chick?
Let's see.
91.
They're saying from their perspective, in
That
one
BWA?
is
Bitches with problems. So a hip hop group.
so to speak, in terms of the way we're taught over here, is not
You said what?
BWP.
Yeah, BWP. Yep. I never heard their music. I kind of don't.
I remember them. I didn't hear their albums though.
If it sells records, that means that there is a mentality, pornographic or glorification of porn. Everything becomes amoral after that. So when you start to see things such as porno movies,
he asked a question about what do you think about profanity in hip hop?
Pornography or whatever. In a sense, you have to realize if it sells records, that means that there is a mentality, a large mentality, millions of kids that actually listen to it and actually relate to it, and that's why it sells. My only purpose in terms of why I don't use that type of rap, I basically feel that comes from an emotional level. Now, emotionally, I can feel the same way. I feel the exact same frustrations. I know what it's like not to have any money. I know what it's like to basically try to do the right thing and still wind up coming.
Yeah, I'm dead ass gonna rock a Kumo D outfit for Halloween.
But on the other hand, my thing
I dead ass.
mentally, spiritually, and physically, because when you start acting from an emotional standpoint, 9 times out of 10 you give them the upper hand. So my point is just to try to do something positive and come with lyrics that are going to try to elevate you and stimulate you mentally, not to just quit there.
Just talking a whole bunch of mumbo jumbo. Okay, rap is from the streets. This is how people talk, bro. You can go on the city bus right now and hear profanity. You don't have to hear it in a rap album. That's just part of reality. That's part of life. If your kids are listening to rap and they're young, and you say, oh well, they shouldn't be listening to Megan Thee Stallion or Cardi B because they curse or whatever, they're gonna hear it at school.
Exactly.
One way or the other. They're gonna hear it at school. They might hear it with their mom on the phone talking to her girlfriend and she cursing up a storm. They're gonna hear it one way or the other. You can't escape it.
Exactly. He was pretty much
saying. Everybody's not gonna be able to rap like Will Smith without using curse words or heavy.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Rest in peace. But yeah, like, come on, stop it.
Yeah, he was pretty much just saying that niggas who use profanity in their raps come from an emotional standpoint.
I was buying rap albums with stickers on them at a very young age. It never, you know what I'm saying, that had no influence on the way that I spoke. You know what I'm saying? They have to stop trying to use rap for every problem in the world. Oh, well, this person shot a cop. It's because he listened to NWA Fuck the Police. No, he shot a cop because that's what he did.
Have you thought about what the cop did to him and shit? I'm just saying.
Exactly. If he was black, yeah, I could see why he shot that cop. Had nothing to do with NWA.
Yeah, man. All right, but listen, I'm actually.
I don't remember Heavy D cursing like that at all. Heavy D wasn't the type to do that. You know what I'm saying? If he did that shit, he might have did that shit on one song. He was not doing that often.
Mostly on the Blue Funk album and shit like that, but it was like rarely and stuff like that.
That wasn't Heavy D's thing.
You can see what I can see. You're blind, baby. Blind to the. I love that song.
Classic.
But I'm gonna actually end this video off right here and shit. So thank y'all so much for tuning in for this late night shit. You know what I'm saying? Got a few announcements I want to make. Tomorrow, midnight, maybe a little earlier than midnight and shit like that, we're gonna do the Jeffersons series breakdown and shit. The last of like the Norman Lear show we're gonna talk about and stuff like that too. A show Try actually likes and stuff.
Right,
you know,
right. A black show that I actually like. That was actually good. It was actually game changing.
Yes. Cause sometimes I gotta double check. Cause sometimes he's like, I don't watch this shit like that.
I watched Jefferson. Jefferson's. I think I made my list when we did that list. So
yeah, you right. Yeah. So yeah, Jefferson's is gonna be tomorrow and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? Just letting you guys know, I'm actually gonna do the episode at my job, but I'm gonna be clocked out. So I'm gonna be at the hotel doing this. So if you guys,
you staying at a hotel?
Yeah, because I gotta stay at the hotel tomorrow night. I gotta take Kaya to Charlotte. Saturday. Shout out to Kaya and shit. Okay. And it's not gonna make sense for me to go to Raleigh then drive all the way back to
Where was Kaya? I didn't see her in the chat too.
I talked to her earlier. She's just got off work and shit like that. So yeah. But yeah, so Saturday, also next week we're gonna do 2 movie reviews, you know. We're gonna talk about Bronx Tale, and we're gonna
I'm doing 1.5. He's doing 2. I'm doing 1.5. With me, Media Man for me is a no. I don't suggest nobody watch that.
Look. I'm not the biggest fan of Media Man, but at the same time, I cannot deny its influence.
Influence on what?
On black cinema.
What? That is influence of black cinema? No.
Yes.
No, yes. You know what was the influence? The Mac.
What?
Superfly. Shaft.
Okay.
Those were influences of black cinema.
Yeah.
Not Media Man. Nobody will ever say in the history of black cinema that, you know, Media Man was very influential on
They actually have. They actually have. You just have not been looking like that.
When? They're lying to you.
People said it's a cult classic.
That is not no cult classic. It's a cult.
I feel like it has a cult following, but I'm gonna explain. Can I express my point?
There's a Dark Side has more of a cult following than Meteor Man.
Can I express my point, please? All I'm saying is this: we're talking about black superheroes and shit like that. Meteor Man was the beginning of that. That's what I want to get at.
So you when you look at Meteor Man, you really look at that movie and be like, damn, this was like the beginning for black superheroes like Black Panther. You really believe that?
Well, if you talk about black superheroes in cinema, then yes.
Wow.
Yes.
I don't see.
If you're talking about in black cinema, then yes. Because think about it. Think of this. Think about it. Black Panther was all about, flemmerized African history and shit like that. Because let's be real, who's gonna watch a Disney movie to learn about Africa? I'm being real. I'm being real.
It's Marvel. It's Marvel, and that was his life. Was black. You have to bring Wakanda into the film. That was his life.
But see, if we take the Meteor Man and shit like that, Meteor Man wanted to protect his hood and shit. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, they were planting the seeds for what was to become. That's all I'm saying. That's all. Y'all might look at me like I'm crazy, but if y'all see what I'm about to pull up for this fucking review, it's all gonna come together. You know what I'm saying? It's all
Meteor Man is no good. That is not a good
film. It does not have to be the greatest movie.
It's not great. It's not good. It's bad.
Shit. Come on. Come on.
I don't even remember who was in that film. Luther Vandross was in that film. That's
everybody. Robert Guillaume,
wow.
James Earl Jones, Marla Gibbs.
Darth Vader was in that film. Damn.
Who?
Darth Vader was in that film.
Yeah, Darth Vader was in that. Mufasa was in that film. Hell yeah.
Yo.
And Luther Vandross, Cypress Hill.
Wow. They did that for a paycheck because there's no way in hell you can say
Bill Cosby. Bill Cosby was in the movie.
Big Daddy Kane was in that film? Wow.
Big Daddy Kane, yes. That was when he was beginning acting and shit.
Is this Meteor Man or who's the man? That's what it's starting to sound like to me. All these cameos.
Well, I can read you the whole cast listing right now.
Holy shit. Chris Tucker was in that film.
I can read the whole cast.
I don't remember Chris Tucker in that film, man. Damn.
I can read the whole cast. This shit.
He's come a long way since Meteor Man.
Robert Townsend, Marla Gibbs, Eddie Griffin, Robert Guillaume, James Earl Jones, Bill Cosby, Another Bad Creation, Stephanie.
ABC was in that film?
Yes. They played the rival gang. Roy Fagan.
Who would be afraid of them? What?
Don Cheadle.
These niggas still fucking sang about Aisha. Who would be afraid of them?
Don Cheadle, Luther Vandross, Frank Gorshin, Sinbad. Sinbad was
Frank Gorshin?
Yes.
The Riddler?
Yes.
Wow.
Cypress Hill.
I remember this film.
Nancy Wilson, jazz singer Nancy motherfucking Wilson.
Nancy Wilson.
Tommy Tiny. Debo. Debo was in the movie.
Debo was in this film?
Yes. Jennifer Lewis, Wallace Shawn, John Witherspoon, and Chris Tucker.
Wow. And none of them could save that film from being trash. It really didn't matter. They could have had Michael Jackson in that film. It still would have been bad.
See, Michael Jackson originally was supposed to have been in the film, but he just sent a song. He said that Can't Let Her Get Away
song. What song did he send for the soundtrack?
No, it was from the Dangerous album. Can't Let Her Get Away. They played on the intro.
Oh, I saw the movie once and I didn't like it.
Yeah, MJ was originally supposed to have been in that shit, I think.
Thank God he didn't go. He didn't mess up his career with that.
That
would have been a blemish in his career for doing that movie. An asterisk next to his name.
Motherfucker would just be credited as the gloved one.
Don't even put his name in it. It's just so bad. You gotta put the glove on.
Oh shit. But yeah, man. I know people look at me like saying, "Why am I want to talk about Meteor Man?" But
why do you? I have to do that.
I admit, even though it's not one of my favorite Robert Townsend movies, it's one of those movies that's so ludicrous
and trash. That
is so ludicrous, as I was saying, that it gives me a chuckle. You know,
I
it gives
wasn't
me a
laughing
shock.
because of that. I was laughing because it was bad.
And so, the week after that, we're gonna do the best man breakdown because my homeboy, shout out to Justin, he wants to come on the channel to talk about the best man final chapters.
Are we doing the whole series breakdown?
Yes, we are.
See, that's a better thing to discuss. I'd rather just talk about that than Media Man.
You know, this is why I take my breaks and shit, because all this time I was thinking about what can I do for 2023. We already talking about.
You thought about Media Man first?
We're talking about Disco and De La Soul next month and shit. So, but I said Bronx Tale for years. I was going to talk about Bronx Tale.
Right.
But both movies are celebrating 30th anniversary and shit. Like,
right. Unfortunately. How many years is it for Media Man?
It was either Media Man or Blank Man.
Oh God, that's bad too.
Yeah.
How about neither? How about we don't talk about either of them?
I was so close to doing Blank Man. I was so close to doing Blank Man and shit.
You're picking the worst of the worst films.
Hey. Now we can give Blank Man all the smoke and shit, but at the same time, I don't know. See what black people try to do superhero movies and shit back at that time before Blade and shit.
It was bad. That's why we didn't do them.
Before Blade, some of the black superheroes
that set the bar to me. Blade set the bar. That set the bar. They haven't done a Blade. They haven't done a think about it though. They haven't done a Blade film since then. Like they're doing a Blade series, but a Blade film, they haven't done that since Wesley Snipes.
But Blank Man was supposed to be stupid. That's the thing. Y'all forget it was.
And what was Media Man's excuse?
Well, we're going to talk about that next week.
It was just dumb. It should have never been made. CB4, that's another film that I didn't like. CB4.
Yeah, I'm tired of CB4.
I like the soundtrack. Soundtrack was good. No, I don't like the movie.
Fear for Black Cat is way better. But yeah, also a couple more things. So like I said, this Saturday, Ashley's going to give her 100 to 91 and stuff like that. But we also going to do part 2 sometime next week. I just got to hear from her schedule and shit like that too. You know what I'm saying? And the list is heating up. I say once we get to 70 to 61, that's when I feel like it's going to start heating up.
Ooh, it's hot already.
Right.
Hot already.
Yeah.
It's going to be hard for some artists that, some artists got like 3-4 classics and all of them might not make it. I love Janet Jackson. I don't know if I want to put like 4 albums on the list though. Maybe only 2.
Damn, I put 4 Janet albums on my list.
You know what I'm saying? But then that takes away from other people that deserve to be on the list though. If I want to put Temptations on there, shit, they got more than 1 classic album.
But see, that's why this list is harder than the hip hop albums list, you know?
Right. I said that. It's gonna be better.
Yeah, because with the hip hop albums, we already know the albums we like, we don't like. Certain surprises here and there might come up with R&B. We have a whole landscape, with funk, Motown, Stax, Philadelphia, New Jack Swing, Neo Soul. We got all that fucking shit. We got a whole broader landscape. Like we have literally 7 decades of soul music and shit like that.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
It's gonna be tough.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, who else would do some shit like this?
Right.
Yeah, we don't want Uptown Records. We got some Uptown on the list.
Uptown is there for sure.
Shit.
They have to be a part of it. It wouldn't be a real R&B list without them.
Those Kardashians love black men.
Right. Right.
Oh shit, man. Oh.
The question is how many Uptown albums from Mary is gonna be on the list?
Yeah.
Or Jodeci, or you know what I'm saying? Christopher Williams even might make it.
These questions and many more will be answered in next week's episode.
Stay tuned.
Right. Shit. All my soap fans, y'all should know about. See, that's another show I might want to talk about, soap. You ever seen that
Never
show?
watched that. I heard about it. I never watched it though.
Oh man,
Was that a sitcom?
Yeah, it was a sitcom.
Who's on there?
It was the show that brought us Benson. So Robert Guillaume, he played Benson.
Okay. Oh, so he was Benson on there already.
Yeah.
Okay.
The mom from Who's the Boss?
Yeah.
That was like one of her first roles. You know.
Okay.
Catherine Hellman. It's on Tubi. They have all the series and seasons on Tubi and shit.
Jeffrey Osborne?
I don't know. You're gonna have to see.
Nah, he ain't making my list.
You're gonna have to see. I ain't saying shit. You know.
Now he's not making my list. I'm telling you already.
Can you woo?
Yeah. I only looked at him as like a couple of hit singles. I don't think he had any great albums like that.
His first 2 albums I personally liked, solo wise. Yeah, and then the LTD, when he was in LTD, his albums range from great to good for the most part. So, but I ain't saying who's gonna be on my list. That's on try.
Everybody ain't making it though. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, for me. It's mostly 70s, 90s, 2000s, 80s, 1 or 2 artists. But I don't like 80s R&B like that. Like I don't feel like it was anything that was longevity except for a couple of artists. But mostly, I love 70s R&B. I think it was like one of the best decades for R&B and soul music and 90s R&B. You know what I'm saying? Those two are my favorite decades when it comes to R&B.
Respect.
But 80s had some exceptions though. So,
Michael.
Yeah, definitely. New Edition for sure.
Prince.
The Barge. Like those niggas is making my list.
Yeah. I'm just naming names. I ain't seeing them on my list.
Hey, they just gotta wait and see where am I gonna place these artists at?
Right. Mm-hmm. But yeah, on some real shit, I could be watching BMF by now. So, like I said, appreciate this try as usual.
Yeah.
Thanks for the talk earlier about I'll let you know about some shit happen. But
all right.
I hope you guys have a good night. I will see y'all tomorrow.
Yes.
Yeah, get your George Jefferson walk together. So yeah. Peace.
All right. Peace.